Our blanket is now all joined up and it's well timed for a border. Whenever I do my borders, I always seem to do one round around the whole blanket in single crochet. So we're going to start in the corner with a single crochet, chain one and one more single crochet. Then turn your work around. Makes it much easier. We are going to do 2 single crochets into each of these chain 3 spaces as they work down the side of the blanket. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, it's as simple as that. As you're doing your single crochets, you will come to areas where there is no 3 chain or double crochet to work into, like this join here. So I just do 1 single crochet over top of this joining line. Then I get back into the single crochets after that. That will happen a few times around the blanket. Just do 2 more there, 1 and 2. And that one goes straight into the chain 3. But each time we come up to one of these dark joins, you will just need to do 1 single crochet over top of the join, okay? As you're doing your single crochets around the border of your blanket, you will come upon these magic rings, which are the starting point of the large triangles. Now, some of them you won't be able to get your hook into, so that's where a smaller hook comes in handy. This is a 3mm, so I just use it for that 1 stitch, pull that up, and then I pop my stitches back on my normal 4mm hook and away I go, because some of them are just so tight that I cannot get a 4mm into it. And I think that's just a handy tip for crochet life anyway, to be honest. Then when we come back, I'm going to give you a few options to use that you can choose from. All right, I will see you really soon. I'm near to the end of my single crochet round. I am going to pop 1 over that join. Then I'm just going to leave that 1 in our starting space, just because that's what I've done around the rest of the blanket. So let's snip off our yarn ends and do an invisible finish for this one. So pop your yarn on your needle and find the top of the first single crochet. Don't use that one. Go into the next little V, which would be the top of the chain, because the stitch that you create with the invisible finish sits over top of that first single crochet. And that's why it's called invisible, because you would never know anything has been done. All right, go off, darn your yarn ends in, and I'll meet you for the next round. Unless, of course, you're going to choose the first option, where you don't need to do an invisible finish, because you can continue on from this round forward. I'll show you how very soon. I'm going to show you now how to do the easy option border. I've reattached my yarn, so you would come along with your single crochets, meet up at the corner and do a slip stitch. Now we're going to work into the chain 1 space. We're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. You can either chain 1 and just start with your double crochets, or you can do your stacked single crochets if you prefer. Now I'm not going to count that chain 1 as a stitch, so I'll do another double crochet, a chain 1 and 2 more double crochets into that corner. Now we're going to do the border in the similar manner to this. We're going to skip 1 stitch and do 2 double crochets into the next. It's 1 and 2. Skip a stitch, 2 double crochets. Skip a stitch, 2 double crochets. And this is all you would do all the way around the blanket a few times. Skip 1, 2 double crochet. Now when you come to the next corner, if you've got to fudge it a little bit, that's a-okay. You really won't notice. Skip 1, 2 double crochets. Because I haven't gone as far as to ensure that all sides are equal with each other, you know, the 2 ends and the 2 sides. So we just have to make it work. Righto, so this is what we're looking like. I actually like it myself. I've got 2 more complicated ones to show you, but we'll see what I end up with. I've turned around here to make a second row just to show you what it looks like. And I think I'll do row 3 and 4 as well. It'd be nice to keep it similar to those other 4 double crochet rows. Okay, that's your corner. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. That's 3 rows done, and that's looking pretty damn good to me. I'll just do the 4th to show you. This is what 4 rows of these double crochets look like. I myself prefer the 3 rows, but again, it's completely up to you. So that's option number 1. Now let me show you option number 2. This is actually triangle edging. I've made this one up, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere. We're not going to go fancy in the corners. We're just going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Now we're going to do a slip stitch in between each of the triangle repeats. So we're going to start off with a slip stitch in that first single crochet. Next one is a single crochet. Then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2, 2 treble crochets in the next, and now we're going to do 1 double treble on its own. So yarn over 3 times, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to do 2 trebles in the next stitch, 1, 2 and 3. Now it's 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 half double crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 slip stitch in between the triangles. Okay, 1 more triangle. We're doing a single crochet, then 2 half double crochets, then 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 trebles, one double treble, which is yarn over 3 times. Now 2 trebles in the next stitch, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 1 single crochet and a slip stitch in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the single crochet edging across the top. I'm going to start in the corner again with another slip knot into that chain space with a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Now we are going to do a single crochet into every stitch. We'll work our way up towards that double treble, where we will do some extra stitches to make it have a nice point. So that's our trebles. Our double treble, we're going to do single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So not a picot, but just something a little extra to make it have a nice point. Now we're going to single crochet down the other side of the triangle. Into the top of every stitch. Even the slip stitch. Righto, now we're working our way back up. Locate that double treble, which is next. We'll do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And now we're going to do a single crochet down the side of that triangle in the top of every stitch. And there we are. We have got what I think is quite a gorgeous triangle border. Now, what you're going to have to do is count the number of stitches on each side and on each end. Once you have those tallies, you need to divide them by 17. So one triangle repeat is 17 stitches. Now that includes a slip stitch that goes in between each triangle, but you include it in one of the triangles. So the slip stitch belongs to this one, this slip stitch belongs to this one, and so on. So when you divide your total side figure by 17 and you've got some stitches left over, what you need to do is either slip stitch or single crochet from the corner. Say I had 6 stitches left over, I will do 3 single crochets across. That pushes the start triangle down a little bit further, but it means it works out evenly. All right? I hope you're understanding what I mean by that. So get the number of stitches used for your triangle, divide that, including its little center stitch, divide that into the number of stitches you have on that side, whichever side you're using at the time. And if it's not equal and you've got stitches left over, you just need to halve those stitches and use them at the start and the end of the row. All right, so we're having a plain and simple corner. All you need to do is add a few more single crochets here before you begin your triangles. That's the best we can do if we haven't done all the mathematics around the whole blanket edging. This is border number 3. This option uses half double crochets in the back loop and single crochets in the back loop, and it has such an effective look. I like the ombre effect going from dark to light. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky decision to see which one I use in the end. So let me show you how to create this. When you are crocheting a border of many rounds, you will find that your corner will start to develop a left-hand side lean. Because we are going round and around and around in that direction. I have a few little tips that don't eradicate it completely, but they do help. So let me show you. I'm doing single crochet into the back loop only. Well, into the back and the third loop. So I'm coming up to my corner. Now I am going to, I think there's 2 there, go into that one, and then I'm going to skip my last stitch. So that just helps the work tilt to the right just a little. Then when you go in to your corner, and I'm doing my single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, be sure to then use that hidden stitch. We're often told not to use a hidden stitch, but in this instance, to bring your work back around towards the right, we're going to use the hidden stitch and then move on with our work. And I'll show you how it helps the corner just so slightly to make back to where it belongs. Hope that's been a helpful little tip for you. If you were to choose this option for your border, your yarn would still be attached after doing the single crochet round. So I'm just going to pretend that mine is. In the corner space, I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochet. So yarn over, popping hook through, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. And again for another half double crochet, chain 1, 2 more half double crochets. In this instance, there is no little stitch to go into on the single crochet down on the left hand side. You just go straight into the next one. So our first round for this border is just half double crochets into every single crochet from below. Nice and easy. Once you've made it all around your blanket with the half double crochet round, you choose your next colour. So this one will be a standing half double crochet because it won't be connected already. So yarn over, popping your hook into that corner space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops for your half double crochet. Now do another half double crochet, chain 1, 2 more half double crochets. We're going to skip this hidden stitch here, which is on the top right side of the first half double crochet from below. We're going to work into the next one. So yarn over. Now we're not only working into the back loop only, we are working into the back loop and the third loop. Now the third loop is situated underneath the back loop. Trying to show you here, you'll see that I've picked up 2 loops. If you have a look on the back of your work, you'll see there's this horizontal bar going along underneath the back loop, and you want to be able to connect into that horizontal bar. It just makes your stitches really sturdy. So we're going to yarn over, pop our hook in, pick up that back loop and that third loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That's a back loop half double crochet. Yarn over, hook in, picking up back loop and third loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, hook in, picking up that back loop and the third, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That is your back loop half double crochet that you will be doing as your second round to your border. Just adds a little bit of interest when you do the back loop. A little bit of dimension. And again, it's quite easy to do once you know how. All right, we'll leave that one there and we'll go and choose our next colour. Again, we're going to start in the corner because we would normally have gone around the whole blanket. We would have finished off with an invisible finish here, so we can start a new colour. We're going to do the 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochet in the corner. Okay, so that's 1 and 2, chain 1, 1 and 2. Go into the very next half double crochet, picking up the back loop and the 3rd loop. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. I'm using my taupe colour as I work from darkest to lightest. Just because I think it looks nice. Get the drift here. With my next 3 colours, I'm making them into a single crochet. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet in the corner, chain 1 and 1 single crochet. Go down and collect the back loop and the 3rd loop. Pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're doing exactly the same thing, except it's only a single crochet, not a half double crochet. Working into that back loop and that 3rd loop. Now I've got my tomato colour. We would have finished off that row with the copper and done an invisible finish, and now we're starting again with a standing single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet into the corner. Then we're going to work into the back of each single crochet, and you can pick up a 3rd stitch here too. You've got the back loop 1, but if you just delve a little bit deeper towards the left, you can pick up another stitch, which also gives your stitch lots of security, instead of hanging out as it does if you just use the back loop only. They kind of stretch out and look unsightly when you don't dig deep and get the 3rd loop. All right, next colour is our orange. It's actually called Spice, but to me it's orange. Single crochet in the corner, chain 1, single crochet, skipping that 1st stitch, working into the back loop and the 3rd loop of the single crochet below. Pretending we've finished that round, we then pick up our white or whichever colour you're using, do the single crochet in the corner with the chain 1 and another single crochet, and begin the process of back loop, single crochet. I think this is a really, really lovely way to finish off a blanket, including all the colours that were in the blanket. And there you have our 3rd border option for our triangle trail blanket.